I got a question because I'm in a bit of a predicament with my barber at the moment, and they charge about what you charge. I would just get I just get my beard done, which I use a term I use very loosely, and I think it's $25. It probably takes like 10 minutes. Like it's not no deal, as you can see. And he canceled on me one night. He's like, yo, I can't make it tomorrow morning. And I was like, cool, no big deal. He's like, can you come Wednesday morning? I said, sure. I show up Wednesday and he's telling me how his father-in-law just died the night before, and he's Jewish, so they have to bury the body right away. So he had to do that whole thing the day before. And I was like, it's all good, man. And then when I was cashing out, I felt bad about his father-in-law dying. So I gave
he's so dumb. He tipped this guy.
I gave a bigger tip, and then
like, hey, forget about that whole your father-in-law thing.
Here's an extra $10. But now I can't go back because then he's gonna be like, wait, that was all for the fuck my dad. Like I want him to think.
Now you gotta keep tipping that.
Like now I gotta keep tipping that, and like I don't know. Can I come back on the tip? But then it becomes clear to him that I gave him $10, $20 actually. I gave him $20 because his father-in-law died.
I don't know, man. If he's a busy barber, I don't think he even cares. I don't think he's that putting that much importance on you specifically.
That's what's so annoying about my goddamn head. He's never thought about it ever.
This is all I think about.
But I think it's all I think about.
You're not alone in maybe that specific instance, but like people agonize over like, can I switch barbers? Do I have to tip every time?
It's right across from my apartment. I can't go anywhere else.
Can I tell them like I don't like what you did?
I think barbers do take it personal because like I wouldn't really care most of the time because I would always cancel on my clients. I was not reliable, especially if I had some.
Wait,
gig.
So you would do appointments?
Yeah,
or walk-ins.
I would do both.
Okay, because I used to just walk in and we go in on a Saturday and we would sit there for like 2 fucking.
Yeah,
just go, you're next, and then him, and then him, and then him, and then you, and it was just like, I'll just wait here until you tell me to go.
Yeah,
I never even like thought of being able to book an appointment until I was an adult.
With my barber, the owner of the shop, when I started going with them, it was like that. And my dad would sometimes, when he had some extra cash, he'd be like, "I'll give you $100 if you just let me skip line."
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, come on, fuck it."
Hell yeah. Right.
But then he switched to appointments, and he would try to get me to do that when I started working there. So I had like a half and half. And I think I'm pretty good at cutting hair. I've been cutting since I was 13, so I had a pretty decent clientele. My weekends would get booked up pretty fast, but I'm in Dallas, Houston, Austin are like 3.5 hours away each. If somebody called me with some gig that pays $10 at a bar, I'd be like, yeah, fuck clients, like let's go. So I would lose clients a lot, man. And
I bet you did.
I would tell them like, oh, go with Johnny, go with Renee, like one of these guys will cut you, go ahead. And I wouldn't care if they did. But sometimes I'd walk in on a Saturday when I'm like supposed to be there, and somebody who I never even canceled on would like switch, and then I'd be like, oh,
fuck you.
What's this about?
Yeah. But you canceling on me.
But I in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna be a comedian anyway. Like, I'm not gonna stick to this. I'm not gonna be here much longer. So I wouldn't take it too personal, and then I'd go fuck whatever client was like cheating on me. I'd be like, look at here, man. Like all those years of loyalty I gave you, is how you fucking may you burn in the sands of hell.
I had a barber I lived in Murray Hill on 28th Street. His name was Delta. And he had no clue how to cut white guy hair. And it was $8, and it was like right underneath my apartment. So I just went, and he had, I just got the chills thinking about it. His like clipper it must have just been like so old and like rusted, and he would hit, every time I get the bites, the little bloody, and I would just keep going back, and I would go like, and it was a terrible haircut, and he would, every time be like, I don't know how to cut your hair. Like I was like, do you have scissors? And he was like, no. I don't even use the scissors. What are you talking about? And I went every fucking time anyway. I was like, what's up, Delta? Got a bad haircut for $8. It was like, it was $8 and it looked exactly like an $8 haircut.
When I started cutting hair, I was first I was doing it for free because I just wanted to learn. Mm-hmm. Then I would charge $5. Then the economy got a little tough. I went up to $7. Then my skills got better, went up to like 13, which is like a weird odd number, but whatever, it's my business. Then I got to 15. Then I went back to 12 because I started losing business.
That's when you realize your value. Like, okay, 15 too much. Not enough.
I was like 21 before I finally started charging like $20. And yeah, it was a slow rise. So when people complain about like raises or barbershop prices like raising, I'm like, dude, it took a long time.
How many would you do in a day? I mean, so you're making like
on my busiest
$100 a day?
Nah, my busiest times, if it was like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I could make maybe like $200, $300 a day. So when I had a good amount of clientele, when I was a reliable barber,
which was that 1 week.
When you were like, I'm gonna be a comedian, where people were like, yeah, whatever, bro, just cut my hair, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I wouldn't talk about it at the shop.
Oh yeah,
because I didn't want people asking a whole bunch of questions. Sometimes the other barbers would tell them, they're like, this guy wants to be a comedian. Yeah, like he does comedy. He's stupid. Like, but they would also go to shows and support, which that was cool.
I feel like that's a job where there actually you probably could find a couple other comedians. Like you're funny enough, whether or not you want to commit to travel and writing jokes and all that. But I feel like it's a place where there's a lot of people who somebody goes like, "You're funny, man. You should be in comedy." And it's like, well, I just cut hair, whatever.
Yeah,
but if you actually were to do it, there's
the owner of the shop, man, that guy's probably one of the funniest guys I know.
Yeah, that just feels like one of those places where it's like,
this is probably gonna piss off a lot of comedians, but I think, in my opinion, the funniest people on earth are non-comedians.
Yeah.
I feel like the funniest shit is when you're not trying, and the ultimate not trying is not being a comedian.
Being a comedian, what you're good at is the shit I just described. Like, you got to be able to travel all the time, and you got to write the jokes, and you got to formulate, whatever.
Yeah.
That's different from being funny. You could do all that shit and not be funny, and vice versa.
The guys at the shop, to me, and not even that shop, like even other shops, it's the funniest shit on earth. That's why I feel like it was like the greatest job.
Were there any girls cutting hair there?
There is now.
Yeah, I remember that same Italian spot. There was one day, all of a sudden, one of the chairs was a woman, and everybody was like, "This is allowed? What's going on here?"
Yeah, a couple years ago, this girl Laura started working there. She's super cool. And then now that I'm gone, there's a girl that took my spot. And I remember at first thinking like, "Oh, we got to change how we talk with her." But nah, they didn't give a fuck. Yeah, they just talked too.
Yeah,
it's like, hell yeah, it was badass.
I feel like 27 is. I really did not think you were that young. You made quick work to get to Netflix.
Yeah.
When did you start?
Them every day.
Did you have like a moment where you like made it, went viral, got a special? Like, what? Like, was there some a piece of material or a video or anything where it was like, I'm on the map now?
Last summer of 2022. What year are we in? 23?
3.
Yeah. Summer of 2022. I went to California and I taped one of those don't tell sets.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was waiting for it to come out, they told me it'd take like a month for that video to come out. I knew it would bring like a lot of attention to my page, but I didn't have anything on my page that would make you really want to follow. So I started just uploading as many clips as I could of my stand-up or whatever I could. I'd make like little reels with my friends and stuff. And yeah, when it came out, it brought a lot of attention to my page. So this time, like October of last year is when I finally got to like start going on the road and like headline my own gigs. Before that, I was just like featuring wherever I could. But yeah, that was, and it kind of went quick. I mean, whatever happened for me or whatever happened pretty quick, which is kind of weird. It's weird getting recognized. It made me want to stop smoking weed too.
Why is that?
I used to like smoke a little weed and then just like walk around the mall and stuff. But like now a stranger will just walk up to you and like it's weird when you're stoned and taking a picture with like a stranger. So I'm just like, I don't know. I also feel like one of these days somebody's gonna act like a fan just to rob me. I'd rather just be sober when it happens.